Hello everyone, Dan Cherry from MoveMobility. We're out in the back shop. We decided to put together a couple kind of homemade videos, just orientation for people to get familiar with a couple of our most popular vehicles. Enjoy! So this here is the Ram Promaster. One of the main things we're going to talk about first of all is the height of the vehicle. It is a higher vehicle. It's around 8'6", so you have to be very mindful of that when you're going under low bridges or drive-throughs, anything like that. What a lot of people find helps is to put something on the dash, a sticker that says caution, high vehicle, 8'6". So first of all, the key fob. It's fairly simple, but you're going to press the button here. That's your actual key to start the van. A couple things. This is going to unlock the front doors. The bottom button, that's going to unlock the side and back doors. So keep that in mind. The lock button is going to lock all of them. So another couple things just want to show you that are important. Your gas. It's fairly well hidden. It's just in here, got a little tab. You open it up, that's your gas cap. It's not at the back of the van, it's right behind the driver's seat. Next, we're going to open the door. I'm going to show you the hood latch. Often you'll find them under the dash. On the Promaster, it's up on the side of the dash. You pull that, that's going to open your hood. I'm going to show you a couple of things under the hood. One of the key things to remember here is anything that's yellow, that's okay for the clients to touch, to look into. Anything else, they don't really want you touching it. So here's your windshield washer fluid is there. Down here we have your oil. You can check the oil. Here you have the brake fluid. You're not going to need to change that too often. Those are the things that you can take care of yourself. So next we're going to show you how to use the mirrors. We've got fully electronic adjustment for all 4 mirror sections. So you've got your dial here. You can turn it to the different arrows. So this is top left. I can adjust that as needed. If I want to adjust the blind spot mirror, I'm going to turn it down there. Likewise for all the other compartments. The other thing is, if you're in a, say, a tight parking lot, people are going past the van, if you want to fold the mirrors in, just hit that button there and they're going to fold in. So next we're going to show you the features that control the back of the van. So you have your lights, your interior lights for the back. The driver's going to control those. If you leave these on and shut the van off, the lights will turn off. But if you leave them on and start driving, they're not going to turn off automatically. You will have to do that. So just a simple on-off switch. The other feature for the back of the van is the climate control. You have your, obviously your fan speed, hot, cold, and then if you push the snowflake button, that's going to be your AC. So that's the features for the back of the van. And now the features for the driver controls. So pretty standard, you know, your heat, cooling up here. You do have heated mirrors, your 4-ways, traction control. It's a standard Chrysler vehicle. If you want to get more familiar, you can look in the owner's manual as well. So next we want to just point out where the D409 equipment is in the vehicle. D409 is essentially your safety equipment. It's a legal requirement for all commercial vehicles. And we have our fire extinguisher at the back of the van next to the lift. And now at the front of the van, this is right by the driver's seat, we have the breakdown kit. It's essentially your plastic triangles. If you get stuck at the side of the road, you can put that out as a visual warning. And you can't really see it, but right under the driver's seat in a tray is the white plastic box, and that contains your first aid kit. That's for any emergencies. So next we're going to show you how to remove and re-secure the seats. You've got your auto floor system, which means you can get a little bit creative with your configuration. So what I'm going to do to remove it, this is your locking pin. It's going to be at the bottom position there. To remove it, you're going to pull that up, hold it there, pull back on the handle. You're going to do that to both sides. So a precaution here, the seat's now loose. So don't hold on to it when you're standing up, it will tip over. So you're going to stand up, you're going to tip the seat all the way back onto the wheels, and you're going to bring it wherever makes the most sense in the vehicle. Now to put it back in, you're going to roll it roughly into position. I find it easiest to look down the side of the seat. You're going to line up the front, drop that in, drop the back in, and once it's in, you can simply push those forward and your seat is re-secured. So another thing I want to point out, we've got these seats. I've showed you how to remove them or reconfigure them. They're all individual, but they are set up as a bench. Now if you're taking them out, you're moving them around, you may want to code them, because this seat, if you take it out from here, it has to go back there. You can't just switch them and put them in randomly. So it's best to probably do letters or numbers, but 1, 2, 3, 4. If you take them out, put them back in the same position. So next, we're going to talk about the operation of the lift. And that starts at the front of the vehicle. So I'm going to have my Promaster van running. The motor's on. I'm going to have it in park. Then I'm going to pull up on the parking brake. Now once I open the back doors, I should have power to the lift. So now I'm at the back, opening the back doors so we can use the lift. What I want to show you, your 159 Promaster is going to come with tie back hooks for safety reasons on windy days. You're going to take that, the van's going to go just about 180. You're going to reach in under the wheel well, there's a D-ring, you're going to clip it on there, now your door is secured. So I'm going to show you, here's the pendant for the lift, that's going to control the operation. Very, very simple, fold, unfold, up and down. Now one of the things we want to talk about is the safety latches on the lift. If the lift is sitting for a decent period of time, the hydraulics are going to relax a little bit, and these latches are going to catch the lift from coming out and hitting against the door. The only thing is, if you go to unfold the lift, it won't work. What you need to do in this situation is fold the lift up and then unfold it. So now we're ready to use the lift. I'm going to take the pendant, make sure the area is clear around here, and I'm going to hit the unfold lift. So the unfold is going to bring it down until it's level, and then we're going to hit down. Now one of the things you'll notice, especially with a newer lift, or when it's on uneven ground, is that the roll stop won't always come down automatically. If it's not coming down properly, if you put a bit of pressure on the lift with your foot, it works. So now we're ready to load the wheel check. We're going to put it on facing forward, push it up onto the lift. You're going to want to be careful to center it. If you have pressure on any of the roll stops, the lift will not operate. So I'm going to put it on put the brakes on, and I'm going to do up the seat belt. Now what I mean by the roll stops is if I try to lift this, that's going to stop. Once that's engaged, it will go up. But if you hit the roll stop at the front, that's going to stop again. So just keep it in between the roll stops and the lift should operate fine. Once it's level, we can roll our wheelchair in now. Now some of the Ram Promasters are going to be equipped with a manual ram instead of a lift. Some of them will also have kneeling suspension. You'll have a button here that'll lower the back of the van. This one doesn't. So just a manual operation. You have your seat belt buckles on either side of the ramp. You're going to loosen those. You're going to gently lower that to the ground. So at this point you can bring your wheelchair in. Now it has the gas shocks, which are meant for assistance. A lot of people think they need to lift the ramp super high. You don't really. Just hold on to the handles, pull it up a little bit, and then swing it in. Once it's up, you're going to flip those in, make sure it's secure, and you're ready to go. So now we're going to demonstrate how to secure a wheelchair. What you're going to do is you want to bring it in, somewhat line it up amongst the tracking system. Then you're going to go to the canvas pouch on the wall. There's one complete kit in each canvas pouch. You've got 4 of the retractors. These are totally, they're all similar. There's no front or back. They're all interchangeable. You can take 2 of them, bring these to the front of the wheelchair. These simply clip into the track. Make sure they're level. Push down, go forward or backwards. Make sure that's secure. Take that, hook it onto the frame of the wheelchair. You do not want it on the footrest. Make sure it's on the frame. So you're going to take that one. Put both of those on. Make sure they're good and secure. So now we're going to secure the back of the wheelchair, and we're going to put on the shoulder belt and the lap belt. So I've got 2 more. The restraints. These go in the track. You can put these ones on at the back pretty straight. Hook it up higher on the wheelchair if you can. It gives more down pressure. It's better securement. Got those on, got all my restraints on. I can turn the dials, make sure that's nice and secure. Now I'm going to take my shoulder belt. The big section is going to go on the ground, the same locking mechanism. And the smaller section is going to go into the track up above the window. Again, it's the same locking mechanism. The one thing to keep in mind here is you want this strap as vertical as possible. If you go too far one way or the other, it can get jammed. So keep that up vertical as possible. Adjust this as necessary. You want it obviously snug but not too tight on the neck. Gonna leave that for the time being. The red belt is your lap belt. What you have here is the main buckle. You should see one buckle here up high and another one down low. That can be used for different shapes and sizes of wheelchairs. You can put it this way so it's kind of on their hip, or that way it's down behind the wheelchair. So I'm going to take that, put it around the occupant. You don't want it over the handles. You want it nice and snug against their waist. You're going to clip that into the restraint buckles at the bottom. Then I'm going to take the shoulder belt. This can be adjusted up and down as necessary. It's going to go over their shoulder, under their arm, and it's going to come down and clip into the buckle on the restraint. You can, once everything's hooked up, you can adjust that as necessary to make sure they're safe and secure. So one kind of final thing I want to touch on is you've got these running boards that are excellent for ambulatory entrance. They can get their full foot on there. Really good, safe access, entry, exit. The one thing is they are quite wide. They're somewhat low. So if you're not careful, you can hit them on curbs and damage them. What I'm going to tell you is that your mirror is just wider than your running board, just about an inch or so. If you keep your mirror inside from the curb, don't let your mirror go out over the curb, you won't damage the running board. And finally, we're going to talk about warranty and service. So with the Promaster, you have numerous different warranties, whether it's the chassis, the lift, the different components. We're going to give you a warranty booklet with your owner's manual. That's going to give you details on each and every warranty lifespan. What we're going to tell you about service is if anything comes up, any issues or concerns, reach out to us first. We'll tell you the proper location to go to. Thank you.